This is Zach's house. All right?
Nigga, this is my house. You see this ring? Clean out my damn hot tub.
I got it.
Good.
Zatima, we coming over there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, first of all, this is my man's house. I mean, well, it's my house, but I gotta make him feel like it's his. But you can't just be popping up like that. Let me talk to him.
Okay, Zatima fans, shout out to You Know Why I'm Here, Nisi M4 on Twitter. Last night she posted a mini thread. Zatima fam, I got a question. Nobody caught how Fatima is claiming Zach's house as hers in the season finale? The first time she said it was right before she slapped Nate. She gets a pass because they're engaged. It made sense to say it. Then after the hot tub fight, she was like, Zach, you better clean my damn hot tub. She said it like she bought it. Lastly, she tells Angela, it's my house, but I gotta make him feel like it's his. But since when, sis? Technically, it's his house. Yes, she made it possible, but it's his. See, I'm still conflicted on... okay, hang on. I hold my thoughts till I finish the tweet. Zatima, I'm confused on the big my house energy. Fatima went from not wanting to even say our house to it's my house, but I gotta make it feel like it's his. I just don't like that last part. Am I the only one who caught her switch up? Truth be told, there's nothing wrong with her claiming the house if we're considering all she's poured into the process. But the way she's claiming it would make it seem as if she bought it and built it and she just needs to make Zach feel like it's his. Now, and I don't want to generalize or assume here, but the reason I'm going to say this is because I want to express my ignorance on the subject. So Nisi M4, and I hate to assume because it's 2022. You just don't want to assume with people nowadays. I'm just going to say that I'm thinking that Nisi M4 means this is a female user. And if so, well, actually, yeah, she uses a female emoji with the hand raised. I got a question. So the reason I bring that up is because I want to say, hey, if you didn't know, I'm a guy. So I have always wondered this since I was a kid watching like sitcoms and whatnot. And, you know, like Uncle Phil with the mansion in Bel Air, for example. And I never realized or understood how a woman, in most cases a wife, was able to make a man, more often than not the man who was the breadwinner, the one who was going to work, making the money, paying the bills. He was made to sleep on the couch. He was put in the doghouse. And for the life of me, I'm 31 and I still don't understand it. Sure, my semi-knowledge on it is, wait, is this one of those situations where in the doghouse means that the man ain't getting any? So because of that, the woman is holding out until the man grovels to her to come back. And as a result, he's able to once again sleep in the bed that he paid for. Please chime in. Like I said, I'm ignorant to this. So ladies, I know I'm about to hit the subject of my thoughts on the Fatima thing. So, you know, I don't want y'all to jump at me. Not that I really care about that. But it's just that my thought is this. And I made a tweet last night. And I played the video at the beginning of this video. The clip at the beginning of this video. The 3 moments in the finale where it definitely felt like Fatima was giving off, this is my house. And I said, yes, Zach and Fatima live together. However, he purchased the house and everything else himself before she even moved in. Does an engagement ring give her the right to claim Zach's possessions as her own? Now, a lot of people were quick to comment, well, Jeremy, he was the one that wanted her to uproot and move into his place. And because it was their house, our house, it was like, hey, help me pick out the furniture. Help me do this. Help me do that. But, you know, that kind of never happened due to, you know, the multiple times. Well, the different times they were both arrested and things like that. And I think Zach went ahead with the help of Preston. And I think Jake even helped out too with getting, remember when Jake was a character pre-Bryce? But in any case, they got the place together. So by the time she got out of jail, you know, everything was good. And remember in Zatima episode 1, prior to Bryce and Angela coming over for dinner, she's like, hey, tomorrow night is when the dinner is happening. So can we paint a little bit differently in here? You know, I want to add a little bit of me in here. So yeah, basically addressing that despite living there, that, you know, Zach put the place together and, well, she wanted to add a little bit of her to the mix. Again, being a man and being single as a Pringle, I don't really know the quote unquote rules and regulations of what makes somebody able to claim their partner's place is theirs. This can go for both men and women. Let's say Fatima was the one that bought the, house and whatnot instead of Zach, and he was the one saying this was my house. But I do know the saying that a woman can take a house and turn it into a home. And some people are like, oh, they're splitting the bills. We don't know that for a fact. I'm not saying they aren't splitting the bills, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just Zach. And that's not to say anything of Fatima, because she had a nice ass apartment that she got on her own. It's just that now we're talking about a full-fledged house, hot tub. Zach bought her a car. And I remember saying this during the back half of Zatima. I'm like, I don't really like the way Fatima is being written here to be insufferable, unreasonable, unwilling to compromise, and as Zach has said countless times, not really keeping the same energy that she's dishing out. It's like she'll lash out at Zach about something, but as soon as Zach, calls her out for doing the same shit, oh, it's different. And I mean, that kind of bled into season 5 and how I haven't been really feeling Fatima as a character for a majority of season 5. Because there's a difference between saying my house and our house. Like it's not her saying, Nathan, get your ass out of here. This is Zach and I's house. Or when she was like the hot tub and she was barking at Zach, now go back there and clean my hot tub. And it's like, excuse you? You didn't pay for that hot tub. It was I did that. And then, of course, the big one at the very end, when, okay, I will admit, despite how I feel about, Fatima saying, well, it's my house, I got to make it feel like it's his. I like the fact that, Fatima shut Angela down, because Angela was like, oh, we coming over there. It's like, the hell you are? Let me talk to my man first. But yeah, she started off by saying, this is Zach's house. Actually, it's my house, but I got to make it feel like it's his. And I'm like, nah. And I feel like that's the reason that a lot of female social media users have replied to this. Only a couple have said things like, y'all capping, because good and well if y'all were the ones who bought everything, you would chew a man up and spit him out if he dared say, this is my house, go clean out my hot tub. And I gotta agree, because there's a difference. Like I said, there's a difference between Fatima going, hey, this is our house, versus my house. She literally verbatim said, oh, this is my house, but I gotta make him feel like it's his. My hot tub. I don't see how you could argue that. But like I said, if they were actually married and stuff like that, that's the difference. They are shacking up and they are engaged. But again, as someone who's never been in that situation, I can't really speak on, okay, so like, when exactly is it proper to say that, oh, this is my house, or, do I stick with our house? I'm content with our, because Zach did invite her to live in there, but the fact that she's acting like she's running the shit, but then again, hey, like I said, women can take a house and turn her into a home, but more often than not, Fatima's been turning that house into a damn, wrestling arena, and Zach is losing every single round because it's always a fight, it's always a debate, and I'm blending in Sistas with the Zatima topic at hand there, but that's just me. And look, I'm not trying to dog Fatima or anything. It's just the fact that someone on Twitter brought this up to me, and I'm like, well, I'm glad there are actually people bringing up stuff like what was it? I think a couple of days ago, one of the Twitter users I frequently talk with, Jazz Manette, I think she even said, you know what, I'm going to say something I know people don't like, but I didn't like how, Zach literally got, assaulted when Bryce tried to kiss him, and Fatima did nothing but laugh and act like it wasn't a big deal. And I'm like, I said that shit when the episode came out, and people are acting like I was being overly sensitive, because I laughed when it first happened because of the way that, the comedy was written. But when I took a second to like think about it, I'm like, this is why men don't come forward with allegations, because they get ridiculed. And it's like, you know, downplayed, like, oh, it was a man that tried to kiss you. That's funny. Get over it. But if it was another woman, Fatima would be ready to snap some necks. But yeah, personally speaking, I feel like Fatima's doing too much. That's just my opinion. You could say all you want. Well, Zach is the one that made her do this and that. Hey, Fatima made a choice. She didn't have to move in. She didn't have to. Just saying. But no, I don't think that she could sit up here and just say that, you know, oh, it's my house, but I need to make him feel like it's his. Other than that, you know, the people who were like, well, yeah, I get it. Well, she helped him get in, whatnot. I'm not downplaying the affirmations that, you know, Fatima provided to Zach. But at the end of the day, Zach was the one who chose to do Chainbreaker. Sure, you know, Fatima pushed him into signing the paperwork and whatnot, but Zach chose to do that. He chose to show up and work those hours and earn that money. And as a result, he went to the airport, worked his ass off to make tips, hence why he got the stock information. He put the money into it, and he won out big. And I do remember that he was, if I remember correctly, he was skeptical on buying the property, and he had to call Fatima, who gassed him up in a good way to buy it. So again, she did contribute emotionally, and that helped him out in that sense, but he was the one who made the financial risk. So in his mind, you know, he was always buying the house for them, but at the same time, she ain't putting none of the money up. That's how I look at it. But like I said, maybe if the Lord sees fit for me to meet the right woman, or the right woman to meet me, and I get in a relationship, maybe my single male mind way of thinking will shift, where it's like, well, damn, honey, okay, it is your house. But then again, you all know how badly I've been trying to get a damn house for almost 2 years. I'll be damned if I let a woman come in there telling me it's her house when I'm the one that paid for everything. But like I said, the ignorance ravings of a madman. Once I get, you know, in a relationship, get married or something, maybe my thought process will change. But for now, yeah, I do think she is doing a bit too much. But then you also have to look at it from the perspective of how it's written. It's meant to be kind of an over-the-top dramedy at times, so the comedy is going to outweigh the logic. But that's just my opinion. So, with that being said, is it too soon for Fatima to be claiming that Zach's house is her house? Or does she have every right to? Because he's the one that wanted to move in. She was the one who, you know, he was the one that gave her the engagement ring. How do you feel about it? Like I said, I'm not trying to start an online war. I'm just trying to get some honest opinion and feedback. And I'm glad that other fans of the show are finally addressing things that I brought up when the show was airing, and people kind of brushed, you know, by it like it didn't really matter. So, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.